I don't know what happened that time. Howdy, howdy, everyone. How's it going tonight? Welcome in, Moth. How are you? I, I didn't touch the redeems since last time. It wasn't me. Speaking of which, I think I figured it out.
Bruh.
Did that come through on your end? I hope it came through on the other end. I I fought so hard with this fucking thing, and it's so loud in my ear. Sleepy, of course, late, but nothing bad. Good, good. Getting I hope you're getting settled in and all that. Yes, I'm hearing everything. Yay! Woohoo! But we we are back with more kinky Batman, as Moth put it, kinky B-Man and Joker, their torrid love. And as always, you can find me at any one of those up there, or the easily clickable links in the chat, or down in the description below. I'm painting this weekend, so I'm at a standstill with decorating and unpacking, but it's on. That's good. Like, it feels like a hindrance, but it probably ain't the worst thing to, like, take a little bit of a break and, like, relax for a couple days, like a day or two. You know? You don't want to get overwhelmed. Like, it can be real rough. Like, I'm one of those people, like, I slowly unpack. And I rapidly pack because I wait till the last minute. Yeah, no, totally. We worked every day for like a week and a half. My fucking body hurts. Yeah, like that's like the actual like physical fatigue is a legit thing. Um, like and that'll wear you out real quick, like mentally as well. I was running a little late because I got stuck at work talking to a coworker. He kept bringing things up, and I argue. So like, I didn't have my Stream Deck app opened. All these others start for the last couple of days. Yeah, that's the other thing too. You wind up getting like you get worn out, and then you get emotional, and like you wind up getting real short with people you don't really intend to be short with, and then you wind up feeling like an ass for getting short with people. You know, like it's unfortunate. I know, like I said, I'm one of those terrible people. I like last minute pack, but like I still have boxes over here. It would be social and have a life outside stream. It wasn't social. He's a coworker. He's the guy who relieves me at my post. Um, yeah, no, I didn't think you were just being mean. Just all of a sudden, Moff's bullying me because I don't have a social life. It's like, oh shit. um, no, we were talking about a couple things and we got into a couple hot button issues. Um, where he doesn't necessarily feel differently than I do, but he's one of those people who like will kind of try to play devil's advocate because he thinks it's good to do, which I can't fault him. Like, you should approach an issue from multiple sides and understanding. You know, he's not a bad guy at all. And like I said, he tends to be at the right idea of stuff. In my opinion, I'm biased as all hell, just like everybody else is. But he uh he tends to do the devil's advocate thing, which makes the conversation go on longer. And this all started because we were talking about Girl Scout cookies. Ooh, I don't know what any of that was, and I'm sorry about it. Um, I'm there's new Girl Scout cookies this year. There's like a lemon shortbread cookie. I want it to be clipped. You can clip it, like Yeah, there's new. Exactly. Holy shit. Like, that's more important than the weird arm things I just did. Let's not think about it. Um, my phone will not let me. Oh, right. Mobile. Yeah, mobile. The fuck was that? Oh, hold up a second. I'm not. Yeah, it's coming through on mic. Um, I'm going to have to relaunch Batman. It's not coming out of my speakers. It's not coming out of the HD60. It's coming out of my speakers because I forgot to switch it over before I launched the game, and it's like no. But anyway, yeah, there's lemon shortbread cookies now, and these like cinnamon toast crunch cookies. Like there's pieces of toast, or like they look like a piece of toast, and they're like cinnamon sugary, kind of like the lemonades with like the frosting on the bottom. Not a glaze. That's not correct. But like the there we go. Now it's in my headphones. Um, let me mute that while that boots up. But yeah, no, like they're like perfect, like with coffee cookies. Oh my god, they're so good. There's another new one, but they're chocolate, so I don't know anything about them because I don't like chocolate. But yeah, no, like I'm so excited for like new Girl Scout cookies, and I'm kind of mad. Like usually, someone I know has a kid who's a Girl Scout, and I have a cookie hookup. Bro, I'm too broke for cookies. You can't do this to me. I know, it's rough. Um, them and their weird cookie artificial scarcity. But the now I'm paranoid. Okay. Um, but usually I have like some kind of hookup. Like somebody I know has a kid who's in Girl Scouts, and they're like, "Oh, do you want cookies?" No cookie hookup this year. It's fucking awful. We live in the worst timeline. Like usually, even like somebody at work will be like, "Hey, we're selling Girl Scout cookies in the office." You know, I can just roll up with a crisp $50 bill and be like, "Cookies. Put the cookies in the motherfucking bag now." But yeah, like this year, I don't have like the office isn't selling them. And I don't want to ask because I don't remember who was selling them, so I don't know if that person still works there. It seems rude not to know. But yeah, like also there's like an app now that tells you where they're selling them on what days and at what time. Apparently, my brother was telling me about it. And the app the other day said they were selling them at the supermarket down the street from me. So there's like a supermarket like 1,000 yards that way. Like it's walkable. Like my brother scoped it out and like, yeah, I didn't see them out there. I'm like, son of a bitch. I was gonna walk over there with my bad back and come back with a backpack full of cookies. Like I was gonna empty out a backpack and just be like, I'm buying whatever will fit in this back. And yeah, no, apparently they weren't there. Goddamn unreliable ass Girl Scouts. I was fucking ready. So New Jersey does a thing where they don't do bags anymore. I don't have one ready. Or I don't have one over here. So like they don't do like plastic bags anymore in New Jersey. So I've gotten really used to handing everything. I mean, I'm not saying things have been going poorly for me, but things are going poorly for me. I'm gonna fall on that later. Um, yeah, no, like, please don't. Sorry, it's up against my bass guitar, so I think I'll miss it. But yeah, no, they don't do go throw it away. I'm not getting up. I'm here already. That's a problem for later, Ralph. Like, what y'all can't see is, like, just out of camera is a fucking mess. Like, I've been doing really poorly with, like, keeping, like, everything organized and clean. Like, there's just, like, empty Dr. Pepper bottles over here, and my coffee mug from like, yesterday. There's, like, plates over there. Like, I'm not doing great. Do you like the cream soda? Yes. I actually think it might be my favorite Dr. Pepper. Although I've been on like a vanilla and cream soda kick lately. Like I have another vanilla Coke today. Um, but I do think that's like my favorite Dr. Pepper right now. That shit's tasty. But New Jersey got rid of plastic bags. So I've been like for a while now, and well before they got rid of them, because I just find it easier to carry one backpack and like my shoulder bag of groceries rather than like 50 plastic bags. Had normal cream soda, only the zero because city public school, so I may try it. I don't like the I don't like diet sodas. Like the fake sweeteners come in two flavors, either horrible aftertaste or headache. So I don't really drink diet sodas, which is unfortunate because probably be slightly better for me. But yeah, diet soda's terrible. Well, you're a big fan of those things that I like too, the body armors, right? Body armors. Like I'm doing it like I'm holding a bottle of it. Um, but yeah, no, I like those. Those have been my go-to lately. Other than like stream nights, I've been buying myself a soda because I've been in the mood for a soda. Actually, it's not. Your body interprets sugar the same way and does the same things. Uh, well, I know like I think particularly aspartame, the trick to it isn't necessarily that it's better for you or like anything like that. It's just way sweeter than sugar. So volumetrically, there's far less of it in the soda to get the same level of sweetness, which is how they advertise. Like, also, no sugar does a lot of heavy lifting because technically speaking, any artificial, except Sylvan, any artificial sweetener does effectively the same thing. It's just technically not sugar. So that's all weird too. How are you today, Sylvan? What is your favorite soda and or Girl Scout cookie? And Moth, you as well, because I didn't actually ask you. I just thought it would be fun to bring Sylvan up to speed. What is your favorite soda and or Girl Scout cookie? And while I wait for the replies, we're going to go ahead and get started, I think. We'll do some Batman shit. Or root beer, maybe.
Commissioner,
I mean,
just through the glass. Take a look.
To be fair,
Harley's under strict instructions to kill the old man. If any of my guys even think you're in the room.
I don't drink soda much. Yeah, no, it's for the best you don't, but
I've told them all you're on the way.
vanilla Coke, honestly,
So here's the deal.
because I've never gotten a Girl Scout.
I've
never had a Girl Scout
without
cookie.
anyone realizing, I'll give you your next
Like,
present. Fail,
it-
and the old codger dies. Hell, I may even give you Harley. It looks like you could use a new sidekick.
I'd have solved all the puzzles by now.
God damn it. Oh, Sylvan's a loser. Yeah, I've just heard good things. Like, to be fair, Girl Scout cookies are kind of good for the same reason the McRib is good. Soda's great when you're 12. Soda's great when you're old, too. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think you should drink, like, 5 Mountain Dews a day. But, like, a nice occasional soda, like hits, you know? I've had the peanut butter cookie other than that. Yeah, so the popular one that most people, like, know with Girl Scout cookies
Joker's not messing.
are the Thin Mints.
Safe from Batman. Anyone gets near him.
Thin Mints are the real popular one.
No problem. Nothing's getting past me. Batman will be a dead man.
And to be fair, sodas aren't just like,
Whatever. Get over there. And
like Coca-Cola and shit like that as well. Like, there are, like, bespoke, like, fancier sodas. Like I know like
Harry's got the old man up top. You see the bat or anyone else
there's like
coming
really
around,
good
die.
like Italian sodas that are very like bespoke for soda to a beer. See, there's sometimes where like I just don't want the alcohol, you know?
Mr. J won't let anything happen to me.
Like as much as I enjoy
He
a
loves
beer,
me too much
like
to see
there are
me
times where
hurt.
it's just like,
You guys.
I don't really. Yeah, Eric. Is that what they're called? Is that the name I'm blanking on? Those are all right. Or like in terms of like mass production fancier soda, like a Jones
Mr.
Cola.
J is so going to beat Bat Brain.
Like,
He doesn't
I love
stand a
those.
chance.
I need that.
Trap shut. You won't get away with this.
Need that skeleton to not be looking this direction. Actually, I need multiple of these skeletons not to be looking this direction. Actually, one of my favorite like sometimes treats.
Kills the old man.
Beer barely has alcohol. That's true. One of my favorite non-alcoholic like coffee house treats is what's called an Americola,
This old man looks
which
like
is
he's gonna pee
a shot of
himself.
espresso
Someone bring me a
over
bucket.
over like a Mexican Coke.
You know, you really should color that hair of yours. All that gray makes you look so
I am in a rough spot.
Caught, Quinn. Caught locked up.
Nah, over ice it's real nice. Like
Listen up, boys. The commissioner's just dying for one of you to spot the bat freak. Harley offs the old man. I've got a shiny prize for the one who sees him first.
go to sleep. All right. I think I've gotten them all.
Batman, we're gonna get married.
Painted a couple weeks ago.
It's gonna be
I-
so cool.
So I suck at painting. Like I legit like am absolute hot garbage at painting. Like I get more on myself than I do on the walls.
It's gonna be so cool, old man. Just wait and see.
Knock knock.
You took longer than I thought.
He's out of control.
Small.
He's
I tried
trying
to
to
paint a
prove
giant
something.
ass off before
Not sure I
I'm
can
not mad.
stop him this time.
Shame I didn't spill
You'll
much,
do
but
it.
it looks uneven.
Batman, listen. We're not
I mean, he's a
alone.
little fucked, but it was
He's got
built,
something else down there.
like before the 50s.
I don't know what it is.
And so we know it comes with the territory. Yeah.
Spoiling the surprise.
Plumbing's like unreasonably expensive too.
Am I getting to you? Am I? Good.
I one time when I was a teenager. Howdy, Fallout 7296. How are you tonight? Welcome in. One time when I was a teenager, I worked at this gas station.
It wants Dr.
And
Young's login.
They were
Never mind
closing
that.
down
Get
and
behind
moving
me.
to a
Now.
shop. So they, to give me a couple extra hours and like round out my pay so that I wasn't just high and dry.
I thought he broke out of
I got like a
blackgate.
week straight after school of painting the new
Who did this to you?
shop.
Dr. Young,
Pretty much like 20 or 30,
drain the venom from my blood.
20 to 30 feet up. Just one color.
Bane, the good doctor.
Lurking's why I go to sleep. Have a good night.
How do you like my puppet?
Or have a good time if I
Say
die.
we cut him
Well,
down.
don't die, Moth. 0 out of 10, do not recommend dying. But thank you for popping in. As always, I appreciate it. I hope you sleep well and have a lovely tomorrow. But yeah, I had to paint. I got like a week's worth of pay out of doing it. A little bit over a week's worth of pay. Paid me like a time and a half essentially for the entire week.
Nice lady.
But like, I was covered in paint like every day that week. It was terrible because I am not good at painting. So like, it was just like, here's where Ralph has to Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Mine can get jacked up that fast. I feel like it'd be like kind of problematic. Because isn't it just like the ultimate steroid Titan? Oh, god damn it. I did not have the timing of that. Okay, Batman run. I'm playing it on mouse and keyboard, and that may in fact be a problem. But I've made this decision. That's where we're at now. Okay, Bane. Come on. There we go. Just gotta get the rhythm of it. But dude, I feel like taking Titan would be like the ultimate, like the ultimate steroid where you get like the extra roid raise, like it would kind of suck. Also, I have nothing to back this up. I feel like the Bane Venom in Titan would give you like the worst hangover. I suck at this part. Come on. The key here, I feel like, is just like getting Bane to do your dirty work. You know? Okay, cool. It looks like Bane did my dirty work. You'll do nothing of the sort. I mean, like, Bane's a luchador ostensibly, right? Like I know he's not from. Actually, I don't know enough about luchadors to say whether they're from an uber specific place. Oh lord, that was luck.
I will break you this time, Batman.
God damn it. Nope.
You want some of this?
I gotta start doing reversals. Okay, don't dive into Bane, Batman. God damn it, Batman.
Well, well, well. How the turntables?
Well played. It is a Mexican tradition. Okay. I know Bane is from South America, predominantly. You know, Sylvan, I want to be mad about it, but it's kind of the right time to do it. Because I love the accompanying sound clip so much. I'm not really that big of an Office fan, admittedly. But I do find it funny, though, that Bane, who's very, like, you know, very Latin character, this whole fight is essentially bullfighting, where you're just kind of sidestepping it. All right. We're gonna die. Which I also don't know how to jump or run. Oh, shit. Nope. Oh, shit. Yep. Almost immediately.
The bat is broken.
So. I'm not a fan, but I am Michael and Dwight fan. To be fair, The Office I don't think is bad. I don't think it's nearly as good as everybody says it is. Okay, I figured out running and jumping. Nope. Stop. Bane. Okay. Nope, that's hitting. Okay, this is going well for me. No. Wasn't a fan of the British one, though. Well, the British one, I feel, and I don't know where you're from, obviously, but... Nope. Okay, I found detective mode. I don't... Double tap A to evade. Okay. Cool. That's mildly helpful, game. No. Scotland. Okay. I was gonna say, like, I know if, like, Americans have a big issue with, like, British humor working. Can you not, please? Okay. I deserve that one. But yeah, no, I know a lot of people have, like, particularly Americans, have trouble with the, Yes, you're big and scary, Bane, I get it. Use quick back. Game, I am playing this upside down. Because Michael has no heart. I actually have never seen it. I've never seen the British one other than, like, isolated clips. Okay, come on. Oh, the issue is, like, the camera affects which way you run. Oh, no. Oh. I do like it, but it's relentlessly negative. Yep. Okay, Bane. Come on. This is not a game that is easy upside down. There are some games where it's, like, easier upside down than I've let on. This, not one of them. This one is very difficult. Like, basic movement is very hard. Okay. Come on, throw your... Okay, that's the quick batarang button. Haha! I got him. Haha! We're getting there.
I will break you this time, Batman.
Yeah? Why don't you come and say that to my face? Okay. He did in fact say it to my face. You know what? I'm really happy I got at least one kick down on Bane. Upside down. No, other way, Batman. I've never been hit by that before. No, he doesn't. He does not need help.
I will crush you.
Crap out of you.
No. Run. Run away. Come on, Bane. Take these guys out for me. You know what? My,
Fold you like paper. Ow! Punch him again.
Oh, no. Just tumble and roll. Tumble and roll. Nope. Can't catch me. Oh, thank God. I say thank God like I'm going to win this fight. All right.
Do it again. Let's finish this. I shall fold you like paper.
Come on, we got this. See if I can. Let me see if I can polish this turd.
All this trouble, and that's the best you got, Bane.
Bane does not need help. Okay. Yep, he got me. He got me, guys.
The bat is broken.
God, I need somebody to do that to me right now. At this point, it can't. My back can't get worse. I look why I fall out, right? You saw the word fallout and just it got you. But thank you for the lurk, Sylvan. As always, I appreciate it. Oh shit, Sylvan, actually, if you're still here, what do you think about the chat? The on-screen chat? Damn it.
Need a little help, eh? Well, okay then.
I was trying to troll. God damn it, I flew back into Bane. No, right is fine. Damn it. Did I fucking miss? Alright. Doing way better this time. Actually, I don't hate it being right adjusted. Like, it mildly bothers me, but like, it's really not that bad. There we go, got Bane. Yeah, only center is cursed. I like center. Oh cool, I don't have to fight the rest of them dudes. I thought center looked fine. I don't hate right. It's definitely unnatural though.
Okay?
The fuck did you come from, Jim?
Where's Quinn? Gone. Must have gotten loose while Bane was throwing you around.
You saw that, did you?
Get you off the island.
I'm not a rookie. I can handle myself.
So, uploading this to YouTube, I got like 2 copyright claims on it for part 1, which is why it came out today and not yesterday.
This time I'll bring you.
And I had to, and also YouTube got like hung up processing the video, so I had to re-upload and reprocess it, which was a pain in the ass. But like all the soundtrack for this is copyright. So like
Jim,
I
get
feel
back to
like
the
the
main line.
entire
It's
upload to
too dangerous.
YouTube is just gonna be a
I
motherfucker.
don't like leaving you here.
Radio claims he's planted bombs all over
Which is
Gotham.
fun. I get to
Gotham will panic.
deal with YouTube.
You're needed there.
We're ready to go now, sir.
But you know,
Bane called Dr. Young Bruja. What does it mean?
witch.
It's Spanish for witch.
It's like one of the 3 Spanish words I know. It's like that, beer,
Oracle, go through the city's computers.
a third one.
Pull up all you can find on Dr. Young. I'll go through anything you find once I get to the cave.
A bat cave on Arkham Island?
I built it.
Of course, Batman has a Batcave on Arkham. Why wouldn't he? And there's always armor upgrade. Now we can start getting other fun shit, like combat upgrades.
Years ago.
Combat
Best
upgrades
to
I'll
plan
never
ahead for
use,
situations like this.
because I'm bad at them.
Keep this a secret.
It's me, remember?
So do you think Dr. Young's been experimenting with venom? The same chemical that turns Bane
Can we
into
please
that
not be on
animal?
a phone call right now?
Yes, I'm worried. Bane seemed even more powerful than usual. Joker wants the venom, and that can only be trouble.
See, Bane was more
I'm heading to
powerful.
Dead
I
Man's
don't
Point in
suck at
Arkham
this.
North.
Bane was
I'll
just
contact you
stronger.
once I'm in the Batcave.
I knew there was something over here.
Take patient interview. Subject has no recorded name. Alias listed as the Joker. In the room is Warden Sharp and myself, Dr. Young.
Just another one of those.
Okay, cool. I was about to bitch because I was like, I was pretty sure that this was one of those games that the audio logs
You want me to look at the
can't, like, you can't play while they're on.
First one is a kitten I had when I was a child. The second is a dead elephant. The third is a
Funny. Now let's skip the jokes.
skip the jokes. Hey, Sharp, didn't you get my permanent record? Be quiet, clown.
Every doctor that has ever interviewed.
Why is Sharp in
claims
with the
that they've had
therapist?
psychosis. Everything from multiple personality disorders to coincidence.
That dude didn't even get the bat off his shoulder yet. The combat in this is so good. Like, as bad at it as I am.
You're gonna bleed.
Ow. Like, the sound design does a lot of heavy lifting for the hits. But man, does it, like, feel visceral.
It's the bat.
It do, in fact, be the bat.
Get him on the ground and stomp on his face.
How dare you hit the Batman? Can you imagine being a henchman and thinking like, oh, I'm going to be the one to take out the Batman? It's like, no, you're not. Because Batman's usually more competent than I am. I'm not a very good Batman. There we go. Now, where am I going? Oh, look at that. I'm almost even going the right way. I do have to remember when playing this game, just because I have the option doesn't mean I have to batarang or grapple hook my way up there.
What's the deal with Dead Man's Point? It's been a favorite suicide location in Arkham Island for over 100
Well, that's
years.
dark.
Yeah, I know. I once saved an unfortunate inmate from leaping off into the rocks below. I found a cave entrance and over the years have moved a number of supplies here. It's a regular home away from home.
It is both unbelievable. So can you see it? Will dissolve. Like, it is both unbelievable and completely expected that Batman would have a second Batcave on Arkham Island. Like, well, 100% makes sense.
Take patient interview 17. Joker remains My earlier diagnosis remains true. I believe he enjoys his persona too much.
What's up, Doc?
Today I thought we'd try something different.
Oh, you make me blush, Doc. I have a girlfriend.
Dr. Quinzel, I know.
You got?
I saw what happened.
What can I say?
Anyway,
Howdy.
talk about your child.
How are you? How's it going tonight, Pastor? Give me 1 second. I hope you're doing well.
What are you hiding?
Oh yeah, I was just about to ask. I think it's morning for you, isn't it? Hopefully you slept well.
We had to rest in plastic and left and I've got it.
But how are things? Finally awake early enough. Yeah, it's just about to hit 8. What am I doing? All right. I'm all right. God damn, did I hit this guy all the way over here? I'm doing all right. I'm completely dead-brained, apparently. But I'm doing, you know. Long day today. I actually got started a little later than I wanted to. We're not getting all the Riddler trophies.
The big green glowing question mark?
But real quick, because I'm excited to use the new toy, let me give you a shout out. How's Atomic Heart treating you? Your TikToks have been pretty good about that. Like I said, I haven't been popping in on you because I don't want to only go for so long. It's totally understandable. Yeah. Stream manager. There we go. That game is amazing. Like, the hype you are showing for that gets me really excited to try it out. Put to the side for a second as Rust Wipe became... What do you mean by wipe? Like, is it like an event thing?
Can't know.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's breaking the boat, bro. It's breaking the boat. It broke the boat.
I thought you were
breaking
looting your boat. Like,
it's breaking the boat. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I need help. I'm so fucked.
Resets every first
Let's do
Thursday of
it!
the month.
What?
Ooh,
What?
that's interesting.
Go! 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 No! What the fuck is going on?
That's
I
interesting.
can't die. Please, 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 please.
Huh. The hype. Like, to be fair, I'm not sure exactly which Sylvan is referring to.
Ran through the heart
But, like,
of Gotham. We were doctors, politicians.
Pet Story here is making
we have been the organ cleaning.
Atomic Heart look real fun.
We have been its servants. Like
I said, I've been catching his TikToks because I've been avoiding his stream because of it. No offense. So, did Batman put these skulls here? Because I feel like that might be against his no-killing rule. Good and easy. So, have you played BioShock before? Because a lot of people equate it to like a very BioShock-like game. And I'm wondering how accurate that is, now that it's like out and people are playing it. Because I love me some BioShock. BioShock's my favorite series ever. For good reason, BioShock's awesome. So I did mute the music, to be fair. Just a heads up, the scene isn't just silently Batman flies through the air. I did mute the music so that I didn't have to like manually or automatically mute it every time.
Identity confirmed.
And it is really close. Okay.
Security
See,
deactivated.
that makes me feel like I'd probably like it then. Because I love me some BioShock. Like, I definitely kept tweeting out into the ether the disgusting, dirty things I would do if they ever brought BioShock to the Switch. And I hold true to that. Get at me, 2K.
Dr. Young was heading up a project. It was big. Lots of external
They're
funding.
not similar in other ways,
You're the last
but the
note she
gameplay itself
wrote.
feels a lot like Bioshock.
Can't
That's
make
what I've
sense of
heard.
it.
I've heard that's not really like story or
Looks like she was
like
experimenting
setting
on
or
the
nothing.
Arkham patients.
Just like the way the
This new
gameplay is set
chemical
up.
only barely resembles the original Venom compound.
There are a number of changes that appear to amplify the strength of the drug. Multiple references to a
Looks like the
Titan
bad guys in
formula.
Bio.
Even a
Okay.
small amount could trigger a Venom-like transformation. in
Yeah,
the
I
host,
watched the trailer on
eliminating
stream a
the
while
need
ago.
for
It
the
looked
storage
very
tank Bane requires.
it looked very like robot
Hang on.
fighting.
These
Like
notes aren't
it's a lot like
complete.
you fighting
The
robots. It
formula
looks
is
like.
missing. That must be the secret Dr. Young is hiding. If Joker
Also,
gets his hands on
Autobots
this,
are
he'll
definitely
create
the
an army of
Transformers.
1,000 Banes.
I love me some
Is Joker crazy
Transformers.
enough to do that? What am I saying?
Which is it just me or has like that Transformers Devastation game been all over again? Form of every Yeah, practically fighting rogue AI. I do like fighting an AI. Want to punch a computer so bad. Form of every automation. It's actually insanely interesting. I avoid story spoilers particularly. I'll take your word that it's interesting. So, one thing I love about this, if you get a new tool, Batman will sit there and like look it over, and it's like, I love the intensity at which he looks at this fucking grapple gun. He's like, yeah, that's good. That's a good grapple gun. Yeah, that's fine grapple gun. Like, I love, and he'll sit here and do it until I hit enter. But I just fucking love it because it's so. I want somebody to look at me the way Batman. I want somebody to look at me the way Batman's looking at that grapple gun. That's all I want out of life. Like,
I'm going after her. She was heading to
like
the
just
mansion
find you
with
somebody
cash.
who loves you as
I'm
much as
going
Batman
up top,
loves his
right at the
grapple gun.
catacombs.
Okay, how do I grapple gun? Yeah, those boxes can just fall into what appears to be a bottomless pit. You know, bottomless pits that are underneath every island. Back on, use. Here's where we get the really annoying Ralph jackhammers his space bar way too much during a
Took a little
game.
longer to find them than you figured it would.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try and be more precise next time I'm planning an island takeover.
Hey,
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Calling all cars. Calling all cars.
How did you like your Red Dead RDR2 ride? Watch your clips. The clips are from RDR1, which I love. And RDR2, I love even more. Yeah, no, the worst part is I just own cowboy clothes. That's just like things I wear. The poncho is the only thing I like had to buy. So like,
Why are we the ones trying to? He's here.
but yeah, no, 100% love both Red Dead games. Like Red Dead 1 and 2, awesome games. Like if you haven't played them, like absolutely. Especially Red Dead 2. I actually, and I've not seen if anybody else has done it yet. I may be the first person to have 100%ed it on a Steam Deck. Like no big deal. Crazy on Red Dead RDR2, but didn't do costumes around the time first one. Kind of skipped it sadly. I don't know if you have an Xbox, but if you have an Xbox, the 360 version of RDR1 just works. Like you can just put it in an Xbox and it'll go. That's how I played it. Like, it is backwards compatible on the Xbox.
Hello.
Don't know if that's a, if that's one you have, but... So we're not going that way.
Rip your flesh like paper.
Okay. Paper isn't very strong. That seems disproportionate. But yeah, no, I love the Red Dead games. No Xbox anymore. Still not big on consoles. Yeah, I get that. Wife rocks my PlayStation more than I do.
One of Joker's
So,
oldest aliases.
and I might be in the
Joker
minority
pays
on
Dr.
this.
Young to create his army, and then all of a sudden
I'm
he
of the
stops.
opinion if you're
Doesn't make any
playing
sense.
on a TV sitting at a couch, I will take a console every day of the week. Like if I'm sitting where it's like I'm a good distance away, I got a big size screen, and I'm sitting on a couch rather than like at a desk, I'd rather play with a console almost every time. If I'm sitting at a desk, PC can't be beat. When I'm this close to my monitor, like, because my monitor's like full arm extension away from my face. Like, I can touch my monitor with the tip of my finger. So like that's how far like eye relief I have from my monitor. This one's a little closer, but my keyboard around 330. Yeah, Jesus. Maybe a K with console for my life. Yeah, growing up we had computers, but we didn't have like computer games really. Like we had a couple, but not many. So I grew up playing with consoles. So like I'm far more like I played with yeah, got completely tongue-tied on that one. But no, so we played a lot of
Hey, this is weird.
1310 when AOE first Call of Duties came out.
Dr. Young put a block on her account.
Yeah,
Sounds like she had a change of heart.
I was just
She
thinking
tried to
about
block
this the other
payments.
day.
Joker
My
doesn't like it
first
when his partners try
console,
to back out.
So he decided
like
to get himself back
my
to
first
Arkham,
exposure to like
find his
video
formula, and
games
create the army
was the
himself.
NES.
Exactly.
Like it would have been right around like immediately after the Super Nintendo came out, so like 90.
The first is a resignation letter dated last week. Sounds like she was trying to get away.
And the second?
But it's just like wild to me to think about like I've been playing video games pretty much my entire life, and it's been in like a lot of Nintendo that whole time. Because we had an NES as well growing up.
He says I'm
Or a
coming for you.
SNES.
I want what I paid for. And then another joke about wheelchairs. Lovely. And a drawing of some kind
With
of
Marios and
No
whatnot.
mystery why she's so scared.
Yeah, like.
I'm coming up to the surface. I'll find her.
But I was thinking about that the other day, and like, because I was talking to my coworker, and I was talking about how like it is insane to me to think about like, oh, I had a Game Boy, the big Game Boy, and then I got my Game Boy Color, and then like I had the Nintendo, I had the Super Nintendo. See, I kind of fell right into them. Yeah, that Lion King. Hold on, I think I know the Lion King game you're talking about, and if I remember correctly, it's like notoriously difficult, if I'm not mistaken. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I think it's actually like people talk about it being as hard as it is. Like, uh-oh, I guess I can't climb.
This area is falling apart. It's not safe to use the grapple. I need to
But yeah, no, PC gaming wasn't a thing I got into till I was older. Shit to compare to difficult games. So, there's a reason for that. Back in the day, Nintendo particularly, did not like that America had rental, had like video game rental. So it would make games that were considerably, nope, fuck that up. They would make games considerably harder so that you couldn't beat them in a rental window. So, like, a lot of games back for, like, the SNES, NES, what have you, were incredibly difficult. Just so that, like, you couldn't beat it in a weekend and bring it back to, like, Blockbuster. Because Nintendo, like, was able to get the Japanese government to disallow rental under, like, copyright. It's wild. I'm, like, half remembering a video I watched on it years ago. But, like, apparently that's why, like, all those old... Why are there so many bodies? But apparently that's why their, like, old NES games were so fucking difficult. That's also why they're very unfair about how you could save a lot of times, or required codes for the same reason, because it was just like, maybe you'll get to the next level. I think that was a process that held up, I think, up until like the PlayStation. I think they were still doing that. Yeah. Well, Nintendo, like, as much as, like, I will say I've owned my fair share of Nintendo things, like, I guess PlayStation memory card kind of fucked that up, yeah. It made it way harder for them to, like, artificially be like, oh, you can't save your game. Or, like, you only get 3 saves.
Snipers.
But if I remember...
Blackgate thugs have access to the armory.
I'm trying to remember specifically. If I remember correctly... I keep running up the sentence, hoping that I'll, like, remember what I was about to say. And it's not helping.
You found that one. Sorry, it wasn't much of a challenge. I was running out of time.
But a lot of that stuff, like Nintendo, as much as, like, I have bought plenty of Nintendo crap over the years, I remember what I was going to say now. Nintendo has been, like, ruling with an iron fist for so long, and Nintendo's actually, like, a real, like, mean company when it comes to stuff. Like, particularly, like, fan games and shit like that. Like, if you are working on a fan game based off of a Nintendo product, just before Sony, they were kind of a monopoly. Yeah. Well, to be fair, Sony, no, it's not. You didn't see nothing. Because I want to take out the sniper. Rolling with an iron fist. Yeah. Well, Nintendo's also a far older company than we all kind of think about. Nintendo, I want to say, started like 1898, 1895, something like that.
You okay, buddy?
Okay, cool. I got that guy down, so. Okay, I didn't get that guy down. Yeah, they originally made cards, I believe. Like playing cards and like Mojang tiles, I want to say, but I could be wrong on that one. But Nintendo, like, they're not a friendly company. Yeah, no, like, they're also very old. But Sony got into video gaming through Nintendo. The PlayStation was originally going to be a disc-based add-on for the SNES. And that fell through, so Sony went, well, why don't we just make it ourselves? And they did. But that's what the PlayStation originally was. It was like, what was it, the Mega Drive for Sega? Which is interesting as shit. Like, hey, this looks like a thing that isn't anywhere else in the game.
That one could have been solved by a monkey. But good job.
I love stupid, like, fun internet history and, like, video game history. Alright, can't get that one, clearly. And my headphones are slowly escaping my head. Yeah, no, like the history of a lot of that stuff's like way more aggressive and weird than you think it would be. Like, I think Nintendo has multiple times tried to sue Sony specifically for IP problems. Like, I'm half remembering a thing, so don't take my word for it. Simultaneously went stone for a short period of time before locked. Remote control batarang. Multiple frequency detonator. Auto proximity detonation. Where's the remote control batarang? I want that one. Showing thumbsticks. But yeah, no, like there's a lot of like really weird video game history. Okay. Hell, there's I think like 4 or 5 Batman games that came out years ago that were all terrible. Am I going in intense street? I could have been hitting the cap lock button this whole time. What the shit, Batman? I've been sitting here holding left control like a fucking idiot. No. I love the combat in this.
Don't let him hit you, you idiot!
I'm not doing great with this combat. There we go. I won, but it was sloppy. But yeah, no, I'm kind of interested to see how this Microsoft acquisition goes. Like, admittedly, that has my interest peaked. Oh shit.
I got a couple of men in the guard towers.
Yep, I fucked up. I get it. I fucked up. Run away, Batman. Okay.
Hello again, boys. It's me. Please remember to take good care of all our hostages.
I have a very, or I have a mildly controversial opinion of it. I think the best controller ever made is a Nintendo controller. I think the GameCube controller is the best controller ever made. And it's 100% subjective. Like, it is 100% like my opinion, and nobody's wrong in whatever they think of it, but...
Good afternoon. Today I thought I'd skip back to our previous conversations about your family.
But yeah, no, like the GameCube controller, there's just something special about that. Like the way it felt in your hand, like it worked well. As opposed to like the N64 controller. When's the Xbox fit in my hand like a glove? Yeah. I think if we're looking at modern controllers and for pure functionality, like, oh lord, almost just fell over. Like the Xbox One controller and like Xbox Series X and 360 controller are kind of like the nicest to like play and use. Yeah, you're not a big controller guy, so like that's very much the like there we go.
Easy, isn't it?
That's very much like an opinion that's probably not going to be red hot for you.
All your feedback on the place. I'm especially proud of you, Core, and I hope
I like how I said we're not going out of our way to get all of these. And yet here I am running around like a goddamn fool, getting these damn Riddler trophies.
Well done. You passed the elementary grade.
Thank you, Mr. Nigma. Easier said than done. Like, I actually, a lot of people will disagree with me. I think Arkham Asylum is the better game versus like Arkham City because there aren't a metric ton of these Riddler trophies. There's a lot of them.
Ha! The only way I could have made that one easier to find is if I strapped it to the hood of that ludicrously ostentatious vehicle of yours.
I knew that was one of them. I couldn't remember which one, but I knew it was one of them. But yeah, no, I think cities have, like, a bit too big. There's too much going on. I've never considered myself a completionist for video games, but I find myself wanting to, like, complete video games more and more as I keep playing them. Especially games I like. There are games that I'm like, I just want to get through and be done with it. But lately, I've been playing a lot of really good games. And it's like, yeah, no, I want to do every stupid little thing in it. I want to get all the stupid little Riddler trophies. I want to get the dumb, like all the dumb little unlockables. And in this one, it's real easy to get them all. It's like, essentially, you just look for places that like, you would put a thing. No subject detected, you say? And now I can do this.
Joker here. Now that I'm in charge, I'd like to hear all your feedback on the place. I'm especially proud of the decor, and I hope it helps you all become more productive in our task.
What the fuck? Hit the wrong button. Yes, more Batman. More Bootman. You missed it. I punched the shit out of Harley Quinn. I jumped on her from above. Game that's difficult, but if something needs a lot of grind, etc., I'm probably not going to complete that. Yeah. So, like, I don't mind a grind if the grind is fun. Because there are a lot of real grindy parts in a lot of games where there's just boring as all hell. You know? Oh, I missed my wife. You did miss your wife. I jumped on her through a window. Batman dropped the hammer. I feel like there's probably something in this courtyard. Gotta be something in here, right? Like, this is too, like... I'm gonna be playing this game forever. I got her right here on this. Judge, I really don't need the mental image of you sitting there snuggling your pillow. Love grinding games like Rust, but I mean, I won't try to do achievements that are based on, like, brainless grinding for a single player. Yeah, no. Like, I can handle an amount of grind. You know? What the fuck? Oh. Oh. I'm like, why does he have hands all over him?
Now that I'm in charge, I'd like to hear all your feedback on the place. I'm especially proud of the decor, and I hope it helps you all become more productive.
Once again, the mental image of you just laying there with your pillow watching the stream like, look, honey, it's Batman. Feels weird to me. And hilarious at the same time. Yeah, I think it did. Unless you had like 1,200 consecutive viewers all at once.
Well, look who it is.
Yeah, big bad Batman. Come on, tough guy. Come and get us.
Oh, look at him. Stuck out there. Think you got a cat to rescue from a tree or something?
That's right.
But like, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a good example for me, where it's like, yeah, there's a lot of dumb, like, real long, excruciating shit you gotta do to 100% Red Dead 2. But goddamn if I didn't have a blast doing it. How did Splinter Cell go for you today? Speaking of which. Let me give you a quick shout out because I like using the new toy. Why isn't the name autofilling for me? I also try to spell your name wrong every time I type it. So let's see if I got that right. Hey, I did.
That's Joey's.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter.
Mickey's such a spoiled, like.
Yeah! Oh my god,
that's
you're
Team.
so
God
cute.
damn it. Team Fluff won the poll design.
What's up?
Team Fluff won the poll.
How to
I mean,
roll.
come on. Come on, Fluff. Come on, Colby. Colby, grab a toy and go. Colby, grab a toy and go.
Oh my god, his name is Colby Jack. It's Colby Jack. I love it. I would die for it. But no, Pastor, you're 100% right about that though. Like, if the gameplay's good, I will do the most monotonous, dumb shit forever. Just indefinitely. I'll be sitting there like, well, I have to do more dumb shit. Hold up a sec. Speak again, dude.
Yeah, me too. I'd rip his head off and give it to Joker for a paperweight.
Okay, the guy who just spoke. Is it just me or does he sound like Jake from Adventure Time? Like the one goon sounds like Jake from Adventure Time. Like, I can't be alone in thinking that. No, not from State Farm. Different Jake. Jake the dog. He's friends with Finn the human. Although you're young, I don't... Sorry, my guy didn't hear that good. It might be the same voice actor. Like, I'm sure the actor has had other jobs before. Like, it just... Him talking sounded like Jake. But actually, Judge Dredd, I can't imagine you're too young for that show, but like, think of the Flash movie trailer. I haven't seen it. I don't watch movie trailers. I mean, I'm not excited about the Flash overall. Like, I really don't need a movie adaptation of Flashpoint. So, like, I'm not really all that hyped for it to begin with. And also, like, the DC movies, by and large, have not been all that good. So I don't really think it's one where I'm gonna, like, go out of my way to watch it. You know? Like, I'll probably catch it after it comes to, like, streaming on something, but... God damn it, Batman. Big as you are, you can't just kick in a door like you're the goddamn police. What? That's the one that's going to have the Michael Keaton Batman in it, right? Like, they're doing the Michael Keaton Batman for that one, if I'm not mistaken. Which is neat, but it also feels like it might be kind of stunt casting. Watched Wacky Races, so I definitely watched that. I mean, to be fair, you're, like, young and shit. Like,
Joker here with a little update for you.
it's not that unlikely. Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck.
Bad news, she's not talking. She's in the documents somewhere in the mansion.
I still haven't gotten around to watching The Batman, like the Robert Pattinson one. I've been so behind on watching movies lately. There's so many dudes.
I need to find those notes before Joker does.
I tried, didn't like it, and I love Batman. Really? I've only heard good. Like, what didn't you like? Because that's surprising to me. Batman Watch Party. I actually was thinking about that. Doing a watch party of Batman. So don't listen to me. I haven't heard anything else but good either, so don't listen to me. I just didn't like it. No, to be fair, like, it's subjective. Like, if you didn't like it, like, you have a valid reason for not liking it, more than likely. Okay, maybe fight back, Batman? I realized I was pushing it around. None of these guys are, like, armed. Plus, not a big fan of the actor. Really? I feel like Robert Pattinson, like, really earned being called, like, a good actor. I've always wanted Batman that's more grounded, more realistic, so I enjoyed it. Yeah, like, why can't we get realistic Batman? Why can't we get a realistic guy who dresses like a bat? Or a billionaire who isn't a complete asshat? No, I get what you mean, like... I feel like we got that, though. We got that with the Nolan Batman. I want fun Batman. Give me a Batman who does the Bat-Watusi. Or, like, has Bat Shark repellent. You know? But, yeah, no, like, that's interesting, though. I still want to see the movie, but, like, this is the first I've heard, like, really, like, oh, I didn't like it, like, so I kind of want to know, like, Lou and Gray in the Flash movie. I mean, the costume, though, is, like, the least of my concerns. Like, I want Batman to be kind of fun. You know? Like, it's weird, but, like, when I was a kid, we used to watch the Adam West Batman all the time. Like, I'm not old enough where, like, that was my current Batman. But that was definitely, like, a Batman I watched regularly. So, like, I've always had to appreciate... Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, I want Silver as Batman. That's actually exactly right. You know? Like, for me, growing up, Batman was... Batman the Animated Series... Yeah, that was also, like, perfect casting. Like, let's be real. Danny DeVito as the Penguin is kind of like, well, you did the best that you could have done. Like, you nailed it. Now, I know one of these statues is a goddamn thing. Exactly, legend. Like, if you're going to cast somebody as the Penguin, I don't think you can do better. On the other end of that, though, everybody else in that movie was kind of meh. Like, oh, what's her name? Speaking of the Penguin, what's her name who played Catwoman was, like, kind of meh. Michelle Pfeiffer. I think that's her.
No idea. Joker doesn't tell us his plans.
She looks scared. Maybe she knew what was coming.
Maybe. I heard he's brought someone in to deal
with Bale, not Keaton. Yeah. Like, to be fair, like, growing up, though, for me, it was Adam West and Batman the Animated Series. So, like... You know, like, I very much had, like, my Batman was, you know, Why am I blanking on his name? God damn it. Bad brain day. No guns. Kevin Conroy. Jesus Christ, Ralph. But for me, like, Batman was very much like Kevin Conroy. Which, by the way, if we're doing Batman watch parties, that's probably what we're going to watch. Because I may or may not have all of those on a hard drive somewhere. Well, we're not getting all the Riddler trophies.
Welcome to the Arkham Library. History is so important. A traumatic event here, a murder there. It's enough to drive anyone crazy.
Oh god, Batman's concussed. No more Mr. Knife Guy. I like how so many of these guys have, like, wounds that were, like, clearly, like, somebody cut their dome open.
Now all you have to do is take a stroll downstairs and save the helpless hostages. Right?
God damn it.
Oh, leaving the party so soon. What about the other guests? They'll just die if you don't turn up and save the day.
Woohoo, upgrade. Gotta hop into bed with Harley because I got an early tomorrow. Have a great stream, and good night, everyone. Just Dread, you have a lovely night as well. I hope you have a good Friday and weekend. I will catch up with you later. Always great seeing you, though. Thank you for popping in. What are we gonna upgrade, y'all? Let's add some combat. Combo Batarang, power, used to knock down thugs. Double the power of normal combo strike, increase combo score. Oh yeah, not bad. I love the images they use for these. Batman. All right. I think one of my favorite things about Arkham City, though, was that you got to play with the older Batman costumes. Which, granted, I'm sure the rights for those are like a motherfucker.
Oh, how frustrating. Thought it was going to be easy.
But like, it was so cool that like you could.
I taught you nothing.
Okay, that wasn't F.
The room will fill with happy gas. The audience will be in fits of ecstasy and then die.
Fits of ecstasy and then die. No, goddammit, Batman. This is why the Joker wins. Because I hit the wrong button. The Joker wins because I hit the wrong button.
1 minute 30 to go. Gotta say, I'm getting bored already. Maybe I should just press the button and...
Now, Joker, that wouldn't be fair. Yep. I feel like Batman's shoulder would be dislocated. Like, all the time. Okay, I was about to say, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Like, generally speaking, like, shouldn't support your entire body weight with,
Remember the hostages? They're entering their final 60 seconds of remembering to breathe. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
God damn it, Batman. Just fall down the goddamn hole. I will say, and I think I said it the other day as well.
Are they all gone?
Yes, you're safe.
I think
What
the
happened?
biggest
It all
thing that
happened
this
so
game
fast.
gets right,
Some patients broke in, began tearing
the
up
Joker's
place
funny.
like they were looking for something. Bill here fought back, but
The
there were too
Joker
many.
is
They
funny.
took Dr. Young.
Like a
She
lot of
rushed in here and they
Batman
followed.
gets that wrong.
Sorry.
They don't make the
When I
Joker
came to,
funny.
We were all tied up. Doc Young was gone.
Okay, well, what's my next objective? Search Arkham Mansion, find the notes. Joker's the best villain out there. Always loved the concept of him. Yeah, like, to be fair, I'm a little burnt out on Joker personally, but like, they really did capture lightning in a bottle with the Joker. Like, it's such a cool concept and such a cool design that, like, yeah. Like, I can fully understand why, like, people love the Joker. Now, that being said, they use the Joker for everything, and I think we get too much of him. I also think that, like, the Joker's the best when we don't have a backstory for him. We don't have, like... Search other rooms for Dr. Young's notes. Well, that's just a creepy thing in there. Like, I really dislike, what was it called? The Killing Joke. Like, one of the things I really disliked about the Killing Joke, like, adaptations, not the original text per se, is that they always treat the Joker's backstory as legitimate. Like, I like when the Joker's just a force of nature that shows up one day. No, but really, like, what am I looking for here? Game. Continue to search other in the mansion for Dr. Young's notes. Okay, so I guess I gotta leave? That don't seem right. Yeah, he's supposed to be an idea. He's supposed to be like a reaction to Batman. Or at least that's how they, you know, do it later. This fiendish puzzle literally appears out of thin air. Puzzle literally appears out of thin air. Yeah. Like, and to be fair, that makes him interesting. Like, one of my favorite lines from The Killing Joke is, I don't have a backstory, but if I did, it would be multiple choice. I think that kind of perfectly sums up the Joker. Like, you can't trust him to give you his own
My
history.
journey lasted little over a month. Visiting
You know?
academics in both Metropolis
And I think
Keystone,
that makes him,
I
like,
was exposed
real
to a
interesting.
wealth of new ideas.
Because, like, at certain points,
I
like, yeah,
began
he's
my
just a
day
dude.
returning home in good spirits, eager.
What's going on? What happened?
That almost looked like I knew what I was doing. But you get this idea of the Joker. And I don't necessarily think that, like, people fully get it. But there's also a lot of people, I think, like, kind of get the wrong thing out of the Joker. You know? Okay, who else is the main man? Tell me, video game. Who is the main man? Who's the man now, dog? But, like, when we get adaptations of The Killing Joke with, the cartoon, which had the weird sexual relationship between Batgirl and Batman that feels wrong. Or we get things like,
Where did she go? I don't know. Answer me! I said I don't know. She could be anywhere. Are you looking to die? Are you? I'm not screwing around. Where did she go?
But we get the adaptation of it, and it sets it as like, yeah, no, legitimately, this is the backstory of the Joker. And that makes the character less interesting. Like, I also like the idea, like,
Why is it making
the Joker only exists because Batman exists.
It sounds weird.
Suicide collar.
Well, they've got some other name, but, well, we just use them to monitor...
How doesn't You know Wayne Tech probably makes that shit.
And so does my crew if you trigger one. How do you like them apples?
I like how he has a watermark on his, like, he legit has a watermark.
The West Wing. They'd be there now if they weren't busy knocking a
Be a force of nature more than a person. Exactly.
I'll tell you what, I won't spoil the surprise.
And to be fair, a lot of Batman villains are kind of like gimmick villains overall.
Cash is in the next room. Sounds like he's taking a beating.
Like,
I'll take care of it. You stay here.
Like, in all reality, a lot of Batman villains are one-note villains who later got expanded into more interesting depths, you know?
Hit him again! Harder!
You're gonna need more
Like,
than
hell,
that.
Victor Freeze. His backstory comes from the animated series. Because otherwise, Mr. Freeze was just kind of like a very meh kind of villain.
Sure you will. Harley Quinn is on her way up here soon. She knows ways to loosen your tongue. And you don't want to find
That,
out how she does it.
that,
She can do it worse. I ain't talking.
that makes it sound kinky. Like,
Oh, if you guys weren't so stupid, I'd recommend picking up a book or two. Still, I suppose I don't
Come
pay
on.
you for your smarts, do I? I pay
Ha-ha.
you off the bat, so don't disappoint me.
like hell. Harley Quinn's another example of a character that exists because of, oh, I couldn't grab him? God damn it, Batman. Come on. Come here, buddy. It'll be okay. Come here. Just a little bit further.
Come on, find him. It's just an old room full of books. How hard can it be?
Come on, dude. Oh, you suck. I do everything my goddamn self. Sitting there choking guys out.
Have you checked the timesheets? I'm sure
There we go.
at the beginning of the day.
That almost made it look like I knew what I was doing too.
Hey, over here! There's someone up there!
Why are we seeing the skeleton for these non-lethal takedowns? I'm in detective vision, admittedly. Because Batman has all of the toys. Any dudes over here? And also, this game's kind of like muddy and dark. Like, in terms of, like, look.
Don't forget, those collars will tell me when you pass out. I know. How fortunate.
Why is this happening to me? What did I do?
Okay, that's definitely the same voice actor, and he sounds like Jake from Adventure Time. I'm 100% on the team, like, I think that's Jake from Adventure Time.
He's gonna get me. I know he is. Why'd I agree to this?
Yoink.
Hey, get off me!
Fly away. Okay, I've lost them. All right, there's one, there's the other. Okay. But it does sound right. Okay, I'm not crazy. So Sylvan co-signs me on this one. Come on, walk underneath of me. I got something special for you. Yoink.
What are you doing?
Inverted takedown's my favorite.
Man down! Man down!
There we go.
Hey, Batman! Over here!
Easy. Easy.
Thanks.
Where did Dr. Young go?
I told her to run. These guys came in looking for her. I told her to go to her office and hide.
Does she keep her records there?
I guess. She was pretty desperate to get in there. Her office is over there.
How long ago was this? I need to find her notes before Joker gets his hands on them.
20 minutes, maybe more. What's so important about the
tired.
notes?
Joker wants them. That makes them important.
I mean,
Stay
granted,
here.
like,
I'm going to
I
find
haven't really slept all that well in the last, like, week.
I'll try the radio,
but
see if anyone else is around.
I don't know why I'm so tired.
Thanks for the help back there.
What's wrong with this? Sam, hello? Anyone there? Hello? Hello?
God damn. Like, the cape and, like, paperwork just kind of getting kicked up. It all looks so good in this game.
Hello? Hello?
Like, look at that cape fly. And, like, it's a little tattered because I'm not very good at this game. Is that where I have to go? 'Cause there's an immediate issue with, getting there. Let's find another way in. Okay, camera, I clearly didn't want to look up Batman's, like, cape. These rooms just, like, empty? There's nothing in them? Nothing fun? No little Easter egg for me? Those look like they might be an Easter egg. Hey, they are. Oh. No, really, how the fuck do I get it in there? Oh, maybe that other door that I completely ignored. I really wish this game did have, like, a compass or waypoint. That would make navigating it a little easier.
What's wrong with this thing? Hello? Anyone there?
Also, I'm convinced 90% of Arkham is just, like, maintenance tunnel.
Bats. Good luck. I've got a crew working on the doctor as I speak. They'll squeeze the formula out of us soon enough.
Nope, can't get those.
Not to mention the army of clowns ripping this place apart. One way or another, the formula will be mine. Go on, roll over and die for once. Be your best friend.
What is this, like, the Arkham loading dock? Like... Oh. Okay. Well, this doesn't look very groovy. That's not a good question to ask. Not gonna ask that one. Never mind. Nope. Oddly enough, a lot of the places I've been, I've never been in like an asylum.
You could be the one to tell him. I'm not gonna.
It'll be open any second. Damn it! You're an idiot. Joker's not gonna be happy, and you know what that means.
Quiet! Just shut up! I'm trying!
We're running out of time.
It's the bat!
There we go. Once again, almost kind of looked like I knew what I was doing. Batman's just checking his
Joker's
watch.
thugs were trying to get into that office.
It looks like they couldn't get through the main door. Got to find a different way in.
You're Batman. You can't get through a door. Like, Batman in this game does kind of get, like, held up by the most, like, mild problem. Nope, that's the wrong button. Buy the building, get the keys. I mean, you're not wrong. It's like, I was just talking about this the other day. Why are there so many leaves in this vent? Why is there a bottle in this vent? I can't tell what that says, but Young's Tonics. There's a scene I really liked in, Luke Cage. Because I didn't... Why are there so many dead rats in here? Who's been taking bites out of the rats? And for why? But there's a scene in Luke Cage that I really liked in season 3, where Luke tracks down the Hand in a warehouse, and it's him and Danny Rand.
Already got to the safe.
And they end up with the warehouse on fire and like all this shit.
No sign of forced entry.
And Luke Cage's like, we better get out of here, before the cops show up. It'll be hard to explain this. And he's like, it doesn't matter. I bought the warehouse.
Let's see.
It's mine.
Good. Dr. Young got
Like,
to her notes before
ultimately,
Joker.
the best
She's taken them to hide
superpower is
somewhere.
money.
I need to follow her and find out where she put them.
Like in all reality, Batman's superpower is money.
Another one of the easy ones. Don't feel too proud, Batman.
How they make it so even in money is still money. Yeah, like, it's still capitalism. Like, all in all. Like Iron Man, too. Iron Man's big superpower is money.
Oracle, I'm on Dr. Young's trail. I've had to calibrate the scanner to only show recent prints.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
If I follow these, I will find her or the notes.
I hope it works. Just so you know, the GCPD found one of Joker's bombs downtown. It was full of marzipan and kittens.
As I thought, it's just a twisted diversion. The real action's on Arkham.
I know he means he thought that the bombs were a diversion. But in my head, he just went, I knew it'd be kittens and marzipan. No, you didn't. No, there's no way you could have predicted kittens and marzipan in the bombs.
Joker was right. Over there.
Oh, shit.
Get here!
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, he felt the kittens. No, that don't sound right. But yeah, like, in my head, he immediately just went, I can feel the kittens in the marzipan. Right. I guessed it. It's like, no.
Dr. Crane has been back in custody for...
It's not a thing you can guess.
Regular sessions have been...
And where guys like, I'm not sure if we can put these tables together.
How are you tonight?
Nah, I bought the place. It's cool. Yeah. To be fair, Bale did a really good, like...
Let's talk about the events 3 weeks ago.
Bale was a really good Bruce Wayne.
Dr. Murphy is still...
Because I feel like most actors who do Batman are either a really good Bruce Wayne or a really good Batman. Very few of them are good both.
You were a respected doctor. A brilliant mind. Now just another resident in Arkham.
Can I have a drink? A strong one? This kind of question bores me.
Like, George Clooney was a terrible Bruce Wayne, oddly enough.
What are you afraid of?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, that's what's really hard about casting somebody as Batman. Like, you have to find somebody who can do a good Bruce Wayne as well. Because, like, if your Bruce Wayne ain't believable, like, your Batman's less believable. I'm so glad she decided to touch everything on her way. Literally. Oh, I forgot about these. Hold on. I think I have to be up here to do this. Yeah, there it is. Well, yeah, like, to a point, you have to have Bruce Wayne be a himbo. Like, Bruce Wayne has to play the part of, like, spoiled, like, rich boy. You know? Like, you can't have him be... Like, you can't have him be too likable. Because then it becomes a bad disguise. Yeah. I just love this. Like...
Oracle. I found Dr.
I found the formula. I'm going to use the littlest bit of explosives.
It's never this simple with him.
He doesn't have, like, a bat Zippo. He's just like, hold on, Oracle. Let me deal with this real quick.
No, not the formula. What am I going to do? Who can help me now?
Which is also a problem in a lot of Batman, though. Him keeping a secret.
I did bump into him on the way back from the gardens, where no doubt he was acting out some twisted fantasy. Maybe you could get
More coughing. Like, how many times has Batman, like, fallen in love with some woman and revealed that he's Batman? And it's like, Bruce, why? It's Mark Hamill in this one. It's Luke Skywalker. Like, Luke Skywalker, the best Joker, by the way, is the Joker in this one. There's, like, in my opinion, like, Mark Hamill is the best Joker. Like, I love Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, great.
Come on, we'll be late.
Jared Leto also played the Joker one time. But Mark Hamill is the best Joker. Yeah, he also plays him in the animated series as well. But yeah, Luke freaking Skywalker plays the Joker.
Bruce is tired. Can't we just wait for him here?
Come on, keep up. We're nearly there.
So, one thing that I can't stand, like, being a Batman fan who's been...
Please,
touch
there's no need for this.
What?
I'll give you whatever you want.
I misread that. I misread that so hard. I'm like, wait, what? So, Jason Voorhees? This is one of the things I don't like about Batman. Like, in Star Wars and not Batman. Yeah, like, dude is literally like all the things you remember. It's like, It's like also, what's his name? James Earl Jones. He's Darth Vader, and he's Mufasa. Yeah, like that shit's awesome.
Come on, kid, this way.
Hell,
Take a seat in my office.
Allison Court. Allison Court played Jubilee in the X-Men cartoon. She was Lunette on the big comfy couch, and Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2.
Money won't fix that.
Like,
Whatever you
yeah.
say, Gordon. His butler's on his way to pick him up. You hear that? He's got a butler.
I'm sorry.
That's a serious ass looking kid.
Ask you some questions. Can I get you anything?
But yeah, no, like there's a bunch of actors where it's like, oh shit, I didn't realize I was a fan of so much of their work.
You don't feel like answering me, but it's
Alan Tudyk is a good example of that actually. Dude's in like everything. But I'm at the point in my life where I've seen enough Batman shit.
There's something wrong.
I mean, kids having a day, what with the dead parents and whatnot. But I am of the opinion, I have seen enough time. I've seen the Waynes get gunned down enough times. I do not ever need to see it again. Like, can we stop killing Batman's parents every time we make a Batman movie? Same thing with Uncle Ben. I don't need to see Uncle Ben get shot again. We can skip that bit. And I'm so glad they did in the current Spider-Man run. Because I'm so tired of that. He stopped me midair. Use a bat claw to create cover.
And at the end of fear, oblivion.
Okay, dude. Eat a sandwich. We get it, you're thin. I ain't gonna use the back claw to do shit. Oh, maybe I do have to use the back claw to do shit. But you know what I mean? Like, growing up, I've seen the Waynes get shot like 6 times. Between different Batman properties. Like, I don't need to see the Waynes gunned down every couple years. Like, I know that the Waynes died. You know? I don't need Uncle Ben to tell me great power comes great responsibility. I know. I mean, he's told me many times. Ah, shit. This combat is so much fucking harder when you don't have camera control. But yeah, like, that's one of my biggest complaints with, like, most Batman shit. Is, like, we kind of already have a lot of that already told. I don't necessarily need that to be told again.
Everything you see is under my control.
God damn it. I was not sure where that would let me climb up at. God damn it. Oh, I'm starting to get hurting. I keep trying to, like, turn the camera, and it's not working. Oh, you got me.
Still, this won't hurt.
I think it'll hurt. I still want to know, like, what's happening in the real world while this is happening. Because, like, clearly there's some kind of real world equivalent going on right now. Like, Batman isn't just, like, not doing something. So So I want to know, like, what does he actually, like, have going on while the Riddler's, like, fucking with him? Alright. We got past that part that I kept dying. We're good. We're almost there, y'all. We'll let him look this way.
Everything you see is under my control.
How do I... Batman. God damn it. Yeah. Have you played this before? I didn't ask. Like, have you played this game before? Like, they do some really impressive shit with the Riddler stuff. No, how do I get off the ledge?
Your mind will shatter like glass.
Oh, these games are so good. Keep a lookout. They go on sale on Steam for like a song every so often. No, but really, how do I get off this fucking ledge? Don't make me Google it.
I will break you.
But yeah, no, these, like, the first one particularly is, like, extremely good. There we go. I'm gonna crouch down now because I wasted a lot of time. But these are, like, they really, like, and they shoot for the moon in this too. Like, because they didn't know whether or not they would get a chance to make more of these. They kind of, like, made it where it's a story that can kind of stand on its own. Like, these kind of games, oh, that's a shame. Like, they did such a great job, and it's so cool that, like, this came out. Yeah, to be fair, I do mostly see you playing, like, other types of games, so it shouldn't surprise me that this isn't your jam. Which is unfortunate, because, like, I'm right there with you, where, like, no matter how much a game is something I enjoy, like, if it's not a kind of game I enjoy playing, the likelihood of me enjoying it is low. You know? Like, that sentence was really confusing, and I'm sorry. But... okay, now, climb up. This is gonna be a bitch. I also appreciate this game because it does something a lot of, I'm fine with it. Oh, that's fair. I will say, this game does something that I think a lot of games are afraid to do, which is make something completely, like, make something that genre shifts. Like, everything you see of this game, you would never expect 2D platformer, or, like, 2.5D platformer, you know? Like, none of the description of this game would make you think that this is a component in this. But, like, yeah, it's a thing that happens with this. And if I was good at the controls, this would go way easier. Okay, look away. There we go. We got this.
There you are.
There we go. Who the hell is the main man?
Has anyone seen the bat? Come on!
has Dr. Young trapped in the warden's office.
I like the idea that they even like lose Batman, but I think that's a good place to stop, just like we did last time with a Scarecrow segment. Face game. There we go. All in all, I think this is a pretty good success. Actually, there's no music. I'm not listening to a ticking clock. But all in all, I think this was a pretty big success. We got more Batman done. Got to talk to some cool people. All in all, I think all this went really well. As always, you can find me at any one of the social medias up here scrolling through, or if you don't want to click and clack and type all that, you can find an easily clickable link right there in the chat or down in the description below. Bat Story, as always, it's wonderful talking to you. Like every time, it's a pleasure. And once again, I'm going to give you another shout out because, well, you are awesome. And do yourself a favor, especially if you like the game Rust particularly, like, go check them out. They are awesome. Always lovely to talk to them. Also, very chill, fun, like laid-back experience for games that are as hectic as they're normally playing. Always very chill experience to hang out. But my back is turning into a pumpkin, so I think it's time for me to go. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for chatting. I will catch you all Sunday when we're going to play something else, and I don't know what it is yet. I have not planned that far ahead. Thank you. Have a good day, because it is morning for you, so I'm not going to say good night to you. I hope you have a lovely weekend, but I will catch you all later. Absolutely the fuck not. What? I beat it.
Oh, I've been traveling down the road with no
Did I?